Do you want to get good at Minecraft? Do you want to stop dying so much? And most importantly, do you want to just get more enjoyment out of the game in general? Well, then you're at the right video, because this is how to get good at Minecraft Part 2. And while this is a Part 2, you don't have to watch Part 1 for this to make sense. This part will be covering the end, and in Part 1 we covered the overworld and the nether. So while it'll be good to watch the first one, it also covers stuff that's very independent, like how to land your MLGs, how to deal with mobs, and the section we will be talking about in the end will be very short. So strap yourselves in and get ready to get good at Minecraft. Don't craft up all the eyes of Ender, just some, and then see where it goes, and then follow it, and of course you do want to use them sparingly. Yeah, if you're looking for the eye of Ender, use hitboxes. Oh, so, you see it went down, right? One, it'll come back up unless there's like a cave. So, now that you're in there, turn on, like, chunk borders and see which chunk it fell in, and it is really hard to tell it. It is always between 4 chunks. And so, you see which chunk. So, you see right there, my chat's kind of hiding it, but at 1530, well, you can move around just like that one corner until it says 0, 0. And then, until it says 4, 4. And this is going to be exactly where the stronghold is. Boom, see, straight in the middle. Got it right spot. Now, yeah, always mine. You'll see this was just plain stone, so you don't have to mine there. But mine here, secret rooms. But the portal room is always within, like, I believe it's 5 to 6 doors. So you see these doors are facing towards me. Yeah, that's how you know that you did it right. And so we have 1, or I'm not sure if those, like, gateways count as 1, 2, 3, and you see, oh, we have a bookshelf room, so you go back, 2, oh, and you see this silverfish on the subtitles? Listen for it. Yeah, and you see, point in the direction to where it no longer has an arrow. And then it just says silverfish. And then right here, where is it? Yeah, the portal room. Let's go. If you have ender pearls, then good job you. And, yeah, practice bow accuracy as well. Make sure to be holding control and then, like, hold W. So when I start doing it is when I start holding W again. And do this. You can get up here as well and, like, just get ready to MLG. I'm getting so frustrated right now. The dragon should be dead right now, so close. Collect the XP. Don't go in the portal yet, unless you're, like, speedrunning, then of course. But, I mean, this is how to get good at Minecraft, not how to beat Minecraft. The whole point of beating the game was elytra, other than, like, you know, there being a goal and having to work towards something, and the quicker you go, the less likely you are to die. But, yeah, it was, I mean, we made a lot of friends along the way. Yeah, that worked. Anyway, so this is an end city. Okay, so first off, you're gonna want this. This is the end ship. You can get it up many different ways. Pillaring up to it, levitate up there with the shulker boat bullets. It's a much riskier one. Or ender pearl. Has to be close enough though. Anyway, so when you do get to this magical ship, you're gonna want to go inside. You can take these if you want. And have an epic pearl with this guy, I guess. It'll be easier if you take the potions. Practice punching the bullets as well. That's something I always need to work on. Yeah, and it'll teleport away if you're slow enough, like I was. Get some really good gear in here. That's the other another reason why it's so good to beat the game like this, because get really good gear. Make sure not to put on stuff with cursive binding. And let's go, sky's the limit. You can go anywhere you want now. Oh, get the dragon egg, get the dragon head. This is how I like to do it. And roofs that are like this, that have this thing right here, they're good. They have loot. So you run in here, and they have these 2 chests. Get some nice. Oh yeah, you can get tons of diamonds. And that's mostly it. It's a guide to beating the game. But now I'm also going to go over a few more tips. You can go from 3 blocks without taking damage. See, 3 blocks, easy. But if you jump, you take damage. So don't jump. Also, if you do jump, just always have like blocks ready to go. It's good practice, more of an advanced thing to kind of just be running around to like avoid fall damage. If you want to get better at your MLGs, then here are some tips for you. First off, when you're falling, make sure to look for the tall grass, as it's easier to land on because you can see the block up from higher. Also, when you MLG, don't just spam. Just do 2 quick right clicks. One to put the water and one to take it back. Try to do this pretty quickly because so that you don't put water everywhere. But also, if your first click doesn't work, then your second click probably will. Also, when you're MLGing, make sure that there's no entities in the way. If you don't have a water bucket, then entities can be helpful sometimes, but not here. Fourth, don't go for any crazy clutches if you can help it. Just the simple ones will do. Fifth, find your personal error. I usually do mine kind of early, so I try to be a little bit more late. All basic stuff, but I know that all of you are wondering, how do you MLG on mountainous terrain like that, Awesome Player 98? Well, there is a way, although it is very hard. It's definitely something that you want to master if you want to be good at Minecraft. Now, of course, coming in at top speed, that might be very hard, especially if your terrain needs time to load. Something that doesn't actually help as much as it seems it would is focusing on a single block. It can be helpful, but what will often happen is you'll get the timing right, but you'll land on the wrong block. This is because it's very hard to land on a specific block, because you see, you only have 0.6 by 0.6 from the center of the block to stand on. And if you're moving in the air, one small tap and you could go to the other edge. But honestly, picking a specific block isn't so bad at all. It's what comes with it that is. When you pick a specific block, you think, oh yeah, look straight down, so then I'll put the water on that specific block. And while that would be good if we were perfect and could line ourselves in the center each time, which is very difficult. MLGs are already very difficult things. You have to have the timing right and everything. But landing in the center of a block is even harder. So if you combine that with having to get all the timing, it's just too hard. So what I suggest is looking slightly in front of you. This will make it so then if you are in the center of a block, it'll still land on that block. But if you're just barely gonna be on another block, then place it on that block instead. Of course, all easier said than done, especially if you're having to do it backwards like that. Hopefully this helps. It's better than looking straight down. I don't pretend to be an expert. I fail these all the time. Next up, landing on leaves, because of course they're waterloggable now. So what do? Well, first off, try MLGing with something other than water, such as a hay bale. Although be careful, it only removes 80% of your fall damage, so if you fall from too high, then it's useless. And unfortunately, yes, I am sorry. Yes, boats. Now, of course, this is all well and good on paper, but it is hard to, like, when you're in a real death situation, to remember to pull out your water bucket right before you die. Especially if you, like, accidentally walk off of something like this. You can't, like, just look straight down. And this is just all part of practice, like, implementing it into your real Minecraft play. The more that you play on a practice world, then the more that you'll probably do better. Something that definitely also makes you better at Minecraft and really helps you in your play and to not die is learning how to deal with these guys. Yep, that's right, monsters. Monsters are hard for all of us, but one thing is knowing how to attack them right. I know when you get into a situation, then it can be really hard to not just like spam. And sometimes spamming is pretty good for like knockback, but it actually doesn't knock them back very much when they spam. Instead, remembering how your axe works and getting the crits on them is the best. Also, yeah, try to do like that, like with skeletons. If you are in a situation though, and you want to knock them back, be running forward while you do it. If I run forward while attacking, see how much it knocks them back? You can't do that if you're spamming. Oh my goodness, he spawned in a tree. Don't get yourself in like a bad position or like, oh my goodness, like using a chest. Always listen to like your subtitles, or always listen to your noise. Always be checking behind you. Something that I noticed that other players could do sometimes that I do is when I attack monsters like this, what I normally do is, this might not be so good for like hitting them like for knockback, but I actually like to circle my enemies while I attack them. You wonder why they added that to skeletons. I mean, one, it makes them so much harder, and so of course it's gonna make it so much harder for them to hit you. Also, you won't get like surprised when like other guys come. If you circle, then you'll be able to see them. Also, with these kids, I mean, they're very hard. Man, it's so hard. These guys are just programmed so well. So with them, just use a shield, and like creepers as well. Something I notice players doing often is they let their hunger get really low and like their health, and they don't think to eat until they're either dead or like really low health. So always see this right here. See how there's 2 hunger left, but steak replenishes 4, right? So you think, oh, I want to eat it later to save it for later. No, eat it now. If your hunger bar gets less than like 1 or 1.5 to being full, eat. Like, just eat. It helps you out so much, and I really thought that this was just something like that people did. This is just my playing style, but people like don't do this. Like even some of the great YouTubers like oversee this. With creepers especially, if you don't have like a shield, just put a block like on the floor in front of you. If they have a block that's blocking your feet, then look, I took like no damage and I have no armor. And of course, it's not as easy as just having like a shield. Hard to remember in tight situations. If they're in weird positions, it might not always work. But yeah, that's one tip against creepers. It doesn't really protect the blocks around you, which is sad. For that, just put them in water. But yeah, see, it's like a charm. And it doesn't shield the other mobs either, so you can use that to your advantage. And one last thing before like the end of the video is that I mean, it kind of goes with the spamming section, but yeah, if you use your weapons efficiently, then it takes so much less time to kill them and gives them less time to kill you. The faster you take care of those mobs, then the less time that they have to deal with you. And I mean, I am using a diamond axe, but it could even go with a wooden axe. Just 2 critical hits, and they're out. They're easy. Axes are so good. Java Edition is so amazing. I love it. Oh, and with ghasts, just don't fight them if you can. And there, hopefully after following the first bit of this video, then you're much more happy, you like the game more, you die less, and you're good at Minecraft. Getting good at Minecraft is no simple task, but I hope with these videos, then it can be a little bit simpler. And if you found this video and this series helpful, make sure to like and subscribe. And make sure to comment if you have any ideas of what to put in part 3 or something that you didn't get or something that you want to see, because I want to make these videos as viewer oriented as I can. So thank you so much for watching.